What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So glad you decided to stop back by for yet another episode of Binge and Snatched. And today, I'm super excited because we are jumping into The Summer I Turned Pretty, Season 3, Episodes 1 through 5. We're going to dissect a little bit and just talk about some of the things that's been going on so far. I want to go ahead and tell you right off the bat that I am Team Conrad. As everybody else should be. I don't even know how Jeremiah still has a team at this point, but I digress. Before we jump into it, I'm going to need you to do a few things for me. I'm going to need you to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already and be a part of the Snatch and Slay gang. And make sure you click that little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads, therefore making it easier for you to come and binge and snatch on the regular. Hello? If you would like to know how I achieve this look right here, let's go ahead and binge while we get snatched. Alright, y'all, so of course I did my eyebrows. As you know, if you're a long-time follower of mine, you know I always do my eyebrows first. It just makes everything go so much more easier. You know what I'm saying? I got my hair clipped back, and we're gonna go in with the eyes. We're not doing anything too crazy with eyeshadow. We're just going for a really glowy, summery, sun-kissed look, if you will. You know, we gotta go with the theme, right? Just gonna go in with my Earthy palette by Beauty Bay, and I'm gonna probably just stick to these two colors right here, Squash and Baked. I may just stick to one. I don't know. I might do a little switcheroo, a little mixeroo, but those are the ones I'm aiming for. And we're probably gonna go in with some of those shimmers as well. Can we just start off by saying how quick Belly was to forgive Jeremiah? Can we just start off with that? Because it just threw me for a loop that she was so quick to forgive him, but, you know, when her and Conrad had their big breakup or whatever, she was so heartbroken, and of course, you know, anybody would be, especially if you're breaking up with, like, your longtime crush. Of course she'd be upset, but I just felt like she just held that whole breakup against him for so long, and Conrad never, like, stepped out on her or anything like that, but Jeremiah can be forgiven so quick for cheating, no less, and not even telling her about it to begin with, okay? So let's just say that. So I just found it odd that she was just so quick to jump on the forgiving train for Jeremiah, but she wanted to hold a whole grudge against Conrad when they broke up. Like, girl, bye. So I'm gonna go on with Squash first, just to see what the shade is giving. Just going in with the blending brush. So Steven and Taylor are all over the place, huh? Like, they really don't know if they want to like each other, hate each other. I really thought they were, like, gonna get some headway or make headway when, you know, Steven got in an accident because Taylor felt so bad, and she's just like, you know, I just really need to tell him how I feel, be honest. And then, of course, when he woke up, he was, you know, all upset because she was kind of the reason that he got in the accident, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand why he felt the way he felt, you know, towards her. But overall, their connection with each other and their chemistry, the chemistry's always been there, but I just feel like they're just all over the place with each other, like, on both sides. Like, let's do not know what they have going on. But now something's starting to brew with Steven's coworker, which I forgot her name, but there's something going on there, you know? So I don't know if that's really going to go anywhere, or if him and Taylor... it's really up in the air whether him and Taylor are going to end up together, you know? At this point, anyway. I'm just taking that same shade on a flat brush, and I'm just going on the lid with it as well. I'm just going to go in with this eyeshadow brush with no product, and I'm just going to blend everything out. So everything looks seamless and not that you can see any harsh lines with this shadow, because it's very much... it's not as opaque, you know what I'm saying? And we're just going to go on with some a shimmer here. And you can see all these goldeny shimmers in this palette. So many options. I think I might go on with Penny first, just to see what that's going to give us here. And it does really remind me of a penny. Ooh. To make it a bit lighter, I'm going to go on with the shade Kava. Right here. Just to lighten it, the shimmer up a little bit. Yeah. And see, this is why I go in with my eyes first, because look at all this mess. It's so much easier to clean up when you don't have any base or anything on your face, you know? And I'm going to go in with the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. We're going to start on our base. I was thinking to myself, after this past episode last week, or after last week's episode, because today is Monday and there's a new episode coming on this Wednesday. But last week's episode afterwards, I was just thinking to myself, and I guess I didn't think about it before. Conrad doesn't know that Jeremiah cheated on Billy. Not that that's gonna make a difference in anything, but I just really feel like that might be the thing that pushes him to be like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that he's gonna act on anything that he feels, but he's really feeling his feelings heavy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really feeling it. You know, this past episode, the whole episode was in his point of view. So it was just like, we really got a good glimpse into what Jeremiah is feeling. I'm sorry, what Conrad is feeling right now in this moment, watching his brother be with the girl he's in love with. You know what I'm saying? So we really needed that. We needed to get inside that mind and see. It just dawned on me, like, after watching last week's episode, like, he does not know that Jeremiah cheated on her. So we'll see if that's going to come to light to his attention, if he's going to end up being privy to that information, and just see what he does with it. I'm going to go on with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Like I said, we're going for a glowy look today. So this is going to be our foundation. Now you could always put this on and then put foundation over it, but I just want to be really glowy, so I'm just going to use this as a foundation. Now of course this doesn't have that much coverage. It's not like a Too Faced Born This Way, or, you know, any kind of really pigmented full coverage foundation. You're not going to get that, but you are going to get just enough coverage to look like something, you know. Alright, we are glowy. We are glowing to the gods, okay? I'm loving it. I'm just going to go on with this Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer by Too Faced in the shade Maple. There's something else that just really grinds my gears. Like, how does Belly go from being cheated on, or finding out that she was cheated on, to getting proposed to? Like, it's just such a big stretch. Like, right after she forgives him, then not long after that, she's saying yes to a proposal. Somebody help me understand how we go from that to that so quickly, no less. And not to come for you Jeremiah fans, but every episode he gets worse and worse. Like that whole cake situation. Oh my god. If you could have been a fly on the wall watching me watch that episode last week, like, I was yelling at the TV so much. I was just like, are you kidding me? He's really pressed about this freaking cake. But how much was the ring, my guy? With that barely there diamond on there, like, I cannot. I'm going with this liquid blush by Be Perfect Cosmetics called The Cheek in the shade Shrub. I should have put this on before my concealer, but it's okay. I'm going to make it work. Again, just going for this sun-kissed look. And this stuff blends out really well too, so I'm not really worried about the harsh lines, but if we had them, we'd know what to do with it anyway. So We're gonna go with the setting powder by Fenty Beauty. I'm just gonna go set our concealer. It doesn't shock me that nobody's really on board for this wedding at first, like, because they're insane. Like, because how does cheating make you realize the error of your ways and it's like, oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person? Like, how does that bring that out of you to want to propose to somebody on Jeremiah's behalf? And then Belly saying yes, like, what? Well, yeah, I completely understand why her mom feels the way she feels, why her parents feel the way they feel in general. I'm going to go on with the Sahara Blush Palette Volume 1 by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to go on with this shade here just to set the blush that we put down first, the liquid blush I mean. This is also going to bring the pigment out too. So, kudos to Lola Tung for the girl who plays Belly. She's really doing a good job at playing these vulnerable scenes, you know, where she's, you know, yearning for her mom to be by her side, you know, while she's doing her dress shopping and just planning the wedding in general. You know, I just really feel like she's depicting the vulnerability and the emotional side of this so good on her end. Like, I'm really impressed. And we're just going to go in with the Hoola Toasted Bronzer by Benefit. An OG. You already know. And we're just going to go and bronze up the face. And I'm going to go jump into this Ace Beauty Glow Essentials Highlighter Palette. And there's like several in here, but I'm going to go in with the glowing one right here. And we're going to highlight the skin. I just hated how when it came out that Belly and Jeremiah are engaged or whatever, and they do like the whole, it's like the whole sit down after Susanna's memorial thing. Or it wasn't a memorial, what was that? It was the thing they did for Susanna. Like, and they go and have this dinner. Like, after the whole reveal that they're engaged, everybody just up and leaves Conrad, and he's just standing there in the parking lot looking like he lost his cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, how do they do that to him? Like, how dare they? Just leave him there to fend for himself, and there's nobody there for him to, you know, vent to. Everybody just dips. I did not like that. Alright, y'all. So I have something that we're going to try. We're going to do some faux freckles today. I got this faux freckle product from Amazon from Erndy. It's the Freckles Liquid Air Cushion. I kind of opened it up already to see how you do it, but it's like this little container right here. And then you open it up and there's this little thing there. And you pretty much stick that into, you take that little container thing out, and then you press that into the side there. See? And then you just dab that over where you want your freckles to go. So, let's try. I think it might be too light. Yeah, I don't see anything happening, right? So, I don't think this product is working. So let me see if I could come up with something else to get me some faux freckles. Alright, y'all, so I was able to pull off a little bit of frecklage there, you could tell. I went in with this lip liner by NYX, and I was able, it seemed like it was going to be dark enough, so I just went in and like did a whole bunch of little dots. So it kind of worked out a little, because you could tell a little bit. I might go on with a little bit more. And then I just like kind of smudged it in, right? Gonna go on with this white eyeliner by LA Colors Neon Gel Eyeliner. And it's pretty bright, and I think I need to sharpen it up some. It's a little dull. Conrad trying to butter Laurel up when he came with those flowers, trying to like have a sit down talk with her, was so funny to me. Like, Jeremiah, it's like, she's not buying it. Probably could have left my eyes bare, like my eyeliner with low eyeliner, but I really wanted the eyes to pop in some way, so this is the way I felt best. Now I'm gonna go back in with the eyeshadow palette and put some shimmer in the inner corner. Alright y'all, I'm back. My camera overheated, so I had to give it a second to cool off. And can I just say, I was here for the flashback scene Conrad had about him and Belly, and the first time they were, like the last time that they were intimate with each other. Like, it wasn't too vanilla and it wasn't too steamy, you know, because this is like overall a kitty boppy show, right? They couldn't really be too graphic with the love scenes, but I was here for it. I loved it. I'm just waiting for my eyelashes to get tacky, and we're gonna go in with some more of this highlighter underneath that brow bone. And I'm just gonna go on with this Rose Ship Oil lip gloss by Broadway. This is like, I think I got this, somebody gave it to me as a gift, but I think they got it from like Dollar Tree. But it's a really good lip gloss for cheap, okay? And we're just gonna go in and gloss up the lips. Alright, we're just gonna go in with this setting spray by Toy Factory. It's a Super Set Hydrating Acid Spray. Alright y'all, that is everything. We are glowed up, sun-kissed. I think the look turned out good. I really like it. Thank you for coming back for another Binge and Snatch. I know it's been a minute, but we're going to do another one at the end of the season so we could like talk about the rest of what happened after season 5. So stay tuned for that. My last thought about the show is Conrad is the prize. Putting him and Jeremiah together, side by side, it's like, the best way I can describe it is you have store brand version of cereal and then you have the actual brand. You have Fruit Loops and then you have the value brand Fruit Loops. The value brand never quite tastes like the actual brand. You can always taste the difference. And Conrad is the brand. He's the real deal. He's the real thing. And this season better end the way it's supposed to, because I'm gonna have a big problem if it doesn't. Okay, let's just say that. Stay tuned. We will get back into it and we'll talk about the ending, the finale, everything that happens after season 5. For the rest of the season, we'll see what happens. As always, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Binge and Snatch, and I will see you very soon in the next one.